Hi there, I'm Sue Elvis from the blog Stories of an Unschooling Family. Welcome to my video. Today I want to talk about a workshop, an Evernote workshop that I'm planning on presenting through a series of blog posts and also some screencast tutorial videos. Yes, I want to talk about putting together attractive Evernote notebooks for homeschool record registration purposes, but also as a family journal. Also, I'd like to have a section for a personal diary. It's something that I would like to do. I used to keep an Evernote diary, but somehow along the past few months that got dropped by the wayside, and I want to resurrect that idea. So where did this idea come from? Well, a week or so ago we had our 2-yearly visit from our authorised person from the education department. She came along and had a look at my girls' records, homeschooling records for the past 2 years and our plans for the coming next 2 years to see if she could re-register us as homeschoolers. Now this was the second visit that I have presented her with Evernote notebooks as our records. She came through the door, I put my computer on the table in front of her, gave her my mouse and opened up everything, and then she scrolled through our notes, had a look at all the wonderful things that my girls have been doing as they've been unschooling. When I say she looked at all the notes, well, she didn't look at a fraction of the notes. It didn't take her very long to realize that my girls have done some amazing things. Yes, unschoolers do amazing things. Lots of opportunities to follow their passions and their interests, to learn from life around them. Also, I strewed a lot of things in front of them which caught their attention. And I made notes about the whole lot. Links to videos, images of book covers and DVDs that we've read and watched. Lots of conversations that we've had, links to articles on the internet that we looked at, documentaries we watched. There was a lot in my notes. Thousands of Evernote notes in my homeschool records books. And as I said, she was very impressed, and we had our homeschool registration approved with no problems whatsoever. Afterwards, I thought to myself, look at all those notes I made. I spent a long time putting all those notes together, and she didn't look at very many of them at all. Now, in a way, I wasn't bothered about that because I thought, wow, we got through the homeschool registration visit easily. That's all that really matters. We have another 2 years to do what we like before she'll be returning to have a look at everything. Yes, freedom to continue unschooling. But part of me also wondered if I'd made notes that I didn't really need to make. Had I spent too long record keeping? And was it all a waste of time? I decided that it wasn't a waste of time, and I'm really glad that I made all those notes, because as I was scrolling back through the notes after our AP left, I realized that I've put together a very valuable document. It's our family's journal for the past 2 years. I have captured loads and loads of wonderful moments in our unschooling lives. So, as I said, conversations that we've had, videos we've made together, videos we've watched, books we've read together. Oh, there's so many amazing things. Photos of all the outings we ever went on, video shoots, photos that we had from that, and then the finished videos, all images, music videos. I haven't got a list in front of me, but yeah, I could show you in another video what exactly is in our notebooks. And so yes, I decided that I was glad that I'd kept those notebooks, made all those notes. And then my mind went on to the next 2-year period. I'm going to start some new notebooks, all fresh, empty ones, and I'm going to fill them up with another 2 years worth of unschooling. And as I was thinking about this, I thought to myself, can I make the next 2 years notebooks even better than the last 2 years? Can I make them more attractive? Could I think of other things that I could put in them? Could I make those notebooks even more valuable to both homeschool, for homeschool records, registration purposes, but mainly for our own families' purposes, you know. Make a valuable document that we will treasure forever. And I think I can make some improvements. I could clean up my notes because quite often I'll clip things from the internet and I'll clip in all the comments and other rubbish that comes in with an article or a video. I just clip the whole lot. And I could think more about tidying that up, getting rid of all the things that aren't really necessary, at the bits at the bottom of the articles. I could also think more about the fonts I'm using. Do I need to increase the font size? Use some fancy fonts. How about some coloured backgrounds? That's one thing that I've always wanted to find out how to do. How do you make coloured backgrounds for Evernote notes? I especially wanted to find out how to do this after I looked at OneNote, because that is an option in OneNote. But yeah, the other day I found out how to do that. Bit of research on the internet, quite a few hours of reading and experimenting, but I found a simple way to make templates that can be used as Evernote notes. Any colour at all I can make. And I'd like to share that with you in my workshop, as well as all the other tips that I have discovered since I've been using Evernote. Yeah, nearly every day. If I go browsing on websites that write about Evernote, or if I go and visit the Evernote blog, I'll come across something new that I hadn't discovered. Yes, so that's what I would like to do, put together an Evernote workshop, as well as passing on tips on how to make our journals, our notebooks look very attractive. I'd also like to look at content. Perhaps we can discuss, share ideas on what we want to put into our notebooks. What family memories do we want to capture? What unlearning experiences do we want to make sure that we have in our notebooks? Perhaps certain ones are necessary in order to get us through our registrations. Now, I know not everybody has strict homeschool registration regulations like we do. Some people don't have any at all. But I'm hoping that you'll still want to put together some notebooks, just because they will double as a family journal, or maybe a private personal diary as well. So content, we could share ideas about content, what we're going to put in them, for family purposes, for homeschool purposes. And also I would like to talk about what we should put in our diaries. Should we just write an hour by hour summary of our day? We did this, and then we did that, and then we did this, and we went here, and we saw this person and that person. Well, the girls and I think that's a pretty boring way of writing anything. It's a very easy way, and it does capture a lot of facts about our days, but sometimes the days can roll into one. Every day sounds a bit the same, especially if we stayed home. But I've got some ideas about how we can make them more interesting, capture some more valuable memories. And I'm hoping that you'll share some ideas with me as well. Also, tools. I would like to talk about what tools I use with Evernote. And a big one, I think, is how we can save our Evernote notebooks and maybe even turn them into paper documents. Because I've got this idea at the back of my mind that what if Evernote suddenly disappeared? I mean, it doesn't seem to be going anywhere at the moment. Or if Evernote doesn't disappear, what if there is something goes wrong with our files, our internet records? In some ways, having things up there in the cloud doesn't seem so secure as having something we can see in our hands, some physical document. Now, that's probably a lot of rubbish. Our records up there in the cloud are probably as safe as ever. But yeah, being human, sometimes we like to have paper things, and maybe we want to put them in a folder, pass them around, show people. There can be a number of reasons why we would like to turn digital records into physical paper ones, and I think I know how to do that. So there's some things that I'll be talking about in my Evernote workshop for creating family, homeschool and personal journals, attractive ones. So I'm hoping that you'll join me. If you have never used Evernote, would like to know more about it, you can go to their website. I think it's just evernote.com. You can download Evernote onto your desktop for free. I will admit that you might find yourself signing up for a paid plan if you like Evernote, because their monthly upload limit is quite small, and I've got lots of ideas about things we're going to put in our notebooks, and you might not want to be restricted by that small monthly upload. You might think it's worth it to pay a monthly fee and have a bit more freedom of what you can put into your journals. But the other thing about that, if you've already got Evernote maybe, and you already have Homeschool records, books, why should you come along and have a watch of my videos and read my blog posts for my workshop? Well, as I said, I've been learning more about Evernote, and maybe I have picked up some tips that you haven't yet discovered, and maybe you've picked up some that I haven't discovered. And maybe together we can work on our notebooks and make them more impressive documents than if we just carried on doing what we've been doing. So how does that sound? I'm really excited about this idea, and I hope you're going to be excited about it too. We're going to turn boring record keeping into something that is very interesting, very exciting, and we're going to learn, and we're going to talk, and we're going to end up with something that we're going to value, something that we're going to say, I'm really glad that I put these documents together, these notebooks, these files. So this is just the introductory video. I've already written the introductory blog post, and you can find that on my blog, Stories of an Unschooling Family. So you might like to hop over there, read that, maybe stop by, tell me if you're interested, if there's any things that you particularly would like some more information about. So next time I make a video and write a blog post, I'm probably going to be talking about how we're going to lay out our journals, our notebooks, create our first notebook, and how we're going to view it, what version we're going to use, what the options are, just to get set up before we start customizing everything. That's going to be the exciting bit, making it all look very pretty. So that's all I want to talk about today. I hope you'll return. Maybe you could subscribe to my YouTube channel, Sue Elvis, or subscribe to my blog, Stories of an Unschooling Family, or also go over to Facebook to my page, Stories of an Unschooling Family. I'm hoping that that will be a good place where we can share such things as screenshots, share what we're working on, compare ideas. Yes, encourage each other. So until next time, I would like to thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you then.